Good morning, students. So, in the previous lectures, we have discussed about all the theoretical topics, all the four topics of unit. So now here today we'll discuss about the a design problem relating to intake towers. So let us discuss about the problem. So the problem is design a river intake with respect to first number and size of the openings of the intake well. So you have to design an intake well. What you have to design? First is the number and the size of the openings in the intake well. Second, the size, the shape and height of the intake well. Third, the gravity pipe for raw water connecting the intake well and the jack well. That is the conduit for transporting water from the intake well to the pump. That conduit you have to design. Now this is the data that has been supplied to you. Now you know that intake wells or intake towers will always be in a source like river or pond. So it is installed in a river bed. So RL of river bed is 100 meter. Okay, so now here civil engineering for the civil engineering students, they are already familiar with this term RL. In surveying, you have learned what is RL. RL is the reduced level. For CS students and IT students, RL is, you can say, it is kind of an elevation. Like this is the elevation of any surface with respect to the mean sea level. Like if the RL here it is given 100 meter, okay, that means the river bed is at an elevation of 100 meter above the mean sea level. So all the measurements in civil engineering in related to reduced level or elevation are always done with respect to mean sea level. And so this in this problem, what the data in terms of RL, every data is given. Like what is the RL, what is the elevation of the river bed, what is the lowest water level. That means in the driest period, in the lean period, what will be the lowest water level? Beyond this, the water level cannot go beyond this. So that elevation will be 102 meter. Okay, RL of normal water level, that is not neither very high nor low. That is 115 meter. Highest flood level, that when flood occurs, extreme level, that should not cross 120. Okay, now population to be served. Now this intake well that is being designed, this has to take water and serve to a city where the population is 50,000, and average water demand, that is in LPCD, is this is one mistake, there is not H, this is D, LPCD. Okay, so this is 200 liters per capita per day, and other data you can assume. First thing is, for designing any of this data, first thing we need to know what is the discharge that is being fed into the intake well. What is the discharge from the river that is being fed into the well? Now, for calculating the discharge, we have to know what is the water demand. So, average water demand is your 200 liters per capita per day. That means one person will use 200 liters. Now, there are 50,000. So what is the total use of water per day? 50,000 into 200. Okay. So this is 10 million liters MLD. MLD is million liters per day. So that means that this city has to be supplied a volume of 10 million liters. 10 into 10 to the power 6 liters in one day. Now this unit MLD is, this is the unit of discharge. Remember this. What is the unit of you have learned in physics also. For CS and IT students. This for civil engineering students, they are already well versed with the word discharge. You have learned this in fluid mechanics and hydraulics, and you know what is discharge. And in physics also, you have known for pipes and all what is discharge. This is the volume of water entering or leaving any pipe or any conduit per second. So its unit will be meter cube per second. Volume per unit time is always discharge. So here we are converting this into discharge. Okay, so 10 million liters in one day. Now, in the previous topics about water demand, I have explained to you that the maximum water demand, maximum value we take when we while designing, we always take the maximum value. We always take the peak value. Now this peak value is always multiplied by 1.8. So 1.8 into 10, that is 18 million liters per day. So this is the discharge from the well. So now again, assuming the pumping, so this discharge has to be pumped in down. This has to be pumped using a pump house. Now this pump house can use the pump for 16 hours. This is you are assuming. See here it is written, assume any other suitable data. So you are using for 16 hours a day. You cannot use a pump for 24 hours a day. It will burn. The coils and armature, everything will burn in the pump. So alternatively, you can use 8 hours, give 8 hours rest, again 8 hours, like that you can use. So in 24 hours, you can need maximum of 16 hours. So you are taking 16 hours, we are using 16 hours. So what is the discharge that is being pumped from the well? 18 into 10 to the power 6, that is 18 million liters. Now this liter is being converted into, not the units. Please take note of this unit, how the conversion of million liters day to meter cube per second is being done. Simple mathematics. So 18 into 10 to the power 6 is the volume of water, okay, divided by 10 to the power 3. Why 10 to the power 3? Because liters, 1 liter is 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube. So you are converting liters into meter cube. That is why you are dividing it by 10 to the power 3. And you are using it for 16 hours a day. So divide by 16 into, in 1 hour, how many seconds? 16 to 60. So this entire thing, this 18 million liters per day is being converted into your discharge, which is 0.3125 meter cube per second per day per second. Had this been water been used 24 hours a day, then instead of 16 you would have used 24. Others value remaining the same. Okay. So this first calculation is the what is the discharge from the pipe per second. So this is 0.3125 meter cube per second. The next thing is, now we have to design what is the inlet well. Okay. So before going to design the inlet well, first let us have a look at the picture. This is your picture. This is your, see, this is the front elevation. Okay, front elevation of the intake well, and this is the side elevation. Front elevation and side elevation you have already known in your engineering graphics first year you have learned. So see, this is the roof, this top portion, this will be the roof of the well. Okay, so that has an RL of, in the question it is given, that has an RL of, has it been given? No, it is not been given. Okay, so HFL is given as 120 meter. Okay, so 120, this is your HFL. Okay, so at the HFL 1 meter we are providing ports. What is the port? Port is through which the water will enter. So this is the front elevation, this is your screens. So through these screens water will enter perpendicularly. Okay, water will enter from here, water will enter from here, and water will enter from here, depending on the elevation, depending on the elevation of water available. Sometimes if water crosses the highest flood level, then water will enter through all the 3 ports. If water is at normal water level, NWL, then water will allow its entry through only these 2 ports, and if in the driest period it will only enter through this port. So but we are designing for the maximum period. Okay, we are taking into account that HFL, maximum discharge, is occurring, flood is occurring, so all the 3 ports will run effectively simultaneously. So now we are keeping, as per the question, the RL of the HFL is 120 meter, and now the ports are, we are taking port depth of the port is 1 meter. Okay, so this is given. So another port we are providing at RL 115, and another port we are providing at RL 102. So all the 3 water levels, for the HFL, for the NWL, and for the low water level, we are providing the top of the port at the same RL of the water levels that are being given to you in the question. So that is clear now. Okay. Now see here. So from these wells, from these openings of the entry ports, you are providing oblong wells. Oblong means your cylindrical kind of a shape, not cylindrical exactly, straights and cylindrical combined, oblong shaped intake wells you are giving, through which the water will enter or will go out. Okay, to the main pumping thing. So this oblong well. Now, what is the diameter of the oblong well? So for this you need to know what is this length. What is the length from the first bar of the screen to the last bar of the screen? This length you need to know. Okay. Now, in this case, here, this slide you see, one layer of opening shall be kept at RL 102, lowest water level. Other layer may be kept at HFL stage, and the middle layer of ports can be provided just below the normal. So we are providing 3 water levels, 3 ports at 3 different water levels. So these openings shall be fitted with bar screens. Now these openings, let us take this. These openings, these are openings. So these are nothing but your bar screen. These are core screens. Okay. So this will not, why you are providing this bar screen? So that your debris, plants, plastics, and all the bigger garbage kind of thing, they get stuck here and they do not enter the intake well. So this is the only purpose. So for that you are providing coarse bar screens. Now this design, for this design you are taking the diameter of each of these bar as 50 mm, okay, and at a center of 20 mm the steel bars are you are using, or iron bars also you can use, and they are having a clear opening of 50 mm. That is the center to center distance of each of these bar, iron bars or steel bars, is 50 mm. Okay. Now let us assume that the velocity through the bar skin is 0.16 meter cube per second. So there is always a limiting velocity. Okay. We provide as per laws of hydraulics, or as per your uh, water supply, intake well capacity law guidelines. Your this velocity should not cross this value, 0.16 meter cube per second. So it will have a very, this value is very, 0.16 meter cube meter per second is a very low value of water velocity. Okay. So taking this velocity, we know what is the discharge, we know what is the velocity, then we'll know what is the area. So this much area of opening you have to provide. So discharge divided by velocity gives you the area. It is 1.95 meter square. Now the depth you have already here, you have already provided depth as 1 meter. From here to here it is 1 meter. That means this area is 1.95. This is 1 meter. So what is this length? This length will be 1.95 meter only. So here this length of the opening, clear length of the opening is 1.95 meter. Okay. Now what is the number of openings that you are providing? Now number of openings, total length divided by the center to center spacing of the openings. So you are providing openings at a rate of 50 mm. That is, after 50 mm, you are providing one opening. So what is the number of we are providing the bars? So what is the number of bars? 1.95 divided by 0.05. 0.05 50 mm means 0.05 meter. So this number you are getting as 39. 39 number of openings required. 39 number of openings. So what is the number of bars? It is always one less. So it is 38 numbers of bars are provided. Now each bar will occupy certain length. The opening length you have already found out as 1.95. Then what is the length by this 38 number of bars? So it will be 38 into 0.02, that is 0.76 meter. So total length of the skin will be 1.95 plus 0.76, that is 2.71 meter. Okay, this is the total length that you have to provide for the opening of the screen. So let us round it to 2.8 meter. Now here what I am trying to say is, here to here this length is 2.8 meter, it is 1 meter. Now since this is 2.8 meter, this length, and it is 1 meter, so you can take the diameter of this oblong well as close to 3 meter. You understood? Because this portion will enter the oblong well. So oblong well will have a length or a clear opening size, opening of the hole or the dimension as somewhat more than this opening. So 2.8 let us take as 3. So that intake well diameter we have decided. Now here this is 2.8. Now the size of each port will be 1 meter height, that we have already decided. So this is 1 meter height. This is 1 meter height, and this is how much? 2.8. So now you are providing 2 chambers here in the opening, that is 2 ports. One port is here and one port is here. So 2.8 by 2, that is 1.4 this meter, 1.4 this. Okay, you are getting this values. So now 2 skin ports will thus be provided within the well staining well, and each having a length of 1.4 meter. Now you are having the RL also. You have, if this is 150 meter, this is 1 meter. So this will have, this bottom of this opening will have an RL of 1.4 meter. So you are designing the RL also here. All right. Now these ports will be fitted to an oblong well that is consisting of the rectangular length 3 meter, and it is sufficient to fix 2 bar screens. So you cannot provide the diameter of the oblong well less than 2.8. Anything close to 2.8 or above 2.8. So it is greater than 2 points. So we are providing as 3 meters. Okay. Then we can have a width of 2 meter and provide with circular ends. So you are providing circular ends at the oblong well. So this well can have a width of say 2 meter width. That means you are this portion is 1.4 meter. This portion is also 1.4. So one oblong well will be from this portion and another oblong well will be for this portion. So for those 1.4 meter width, you are providing 2 meter dia of the oblong well. Again for this 1.4 meter width, you are providing 2 meter of the 2 meter dia of the oblong well. So this is what it's trying to say. All right. So now this is done. Now another thing is, let us go to this portion. Now this is the bottommost portion of the intake well. So this is your lowest water level. This is 102. This is 101. Now the river bed, it is given in the question. The river bed is at 100 meter RL. So now what we are doing is we are inserting this well inside the river bed. So let us insert it at a meter of 3 at a distance of up to 3 meter. So we are keeping the bottom of the intake well as 3 meters. So what is this RL? 100 minus 3, that is 97 meter. So we are providing the bottom of the intake well as 97 meters. So while designing the intake well, we have to provide what is the RL at each of the entry ports, what is the RL of the HFL, what is the RL of the top of the well, what is the RL of the bottom of the well. So these data you have to provide here in the design thing. Okay. So then what is the height? Now another thing is, you have designed what is the width of the well, you don't know what is the height. Now see, this is here RL is 97 meter, okay, and here RL is 102 meter. Now you are over, this is the HFL. Now above this HFL you are providing a freeboard. Always we do that for all tanks and all. We do not put the entire water covered with the up to the roof. We keep always we keep a freeboard. So this freeboard we are keeping above up to the roof is 2 meter. Then what is the RL of the roof? It is 120 plus 2, that is 122. That will be the RL of the roof. Then what is the height of the total height of the well? Total height of the well will be 122 minus 97, that is 25 meter height of the well you have provided. So this all the dimensions and RLs of the well you have designed. Now, third part is what the design of the gravity pipe that is connecting the intake well and the jack well. Jack well is the well where we are taking the water for pumping. So from intake well to the pumping portion, that well, that jack well pipe you are designing. Now discharge. Now in this intake pipe shall be designed to flow by gravity, and here maximum limiting velocity is 1.2 meter per second. Here velocity will be higher. Okay. So earlier your at the score screens your velocity limiting velocity was 0.16. Now it is 1.2. So this is velocity. This is your discharge. Okay. So what is the area? Area is pi by 4 d square, and this is your area 0.3125 by 1.2. So from this, if you find this diameter, taking square root of d, you find d as 0.58 meter. That means you can use 60 mm dia RCC intake pipe as the jack well diameter. Okay. Now you have designed the diameter of this jack well. Now you know you need to find out what is the slope. So for the slope you use Manning's formula. This is one formula which is used in your uh, normal flow. Okay, normal flow. Your in open channel flows or in normal flows, we use this equation. Okay. So V equal to 1 by N, R to the power 2 by 2, S to the power half. What is R? R is hydraulic radius. It is given by A by P. A is the area of the section and P is the weighted perimeter. So area of this section, for the circular section, area is pi by 4 d square, P is pi d. So R gives you d by 4. So you already know what is d. D is 0.58 or 0.6 you are taking. V you know N. N is Manning's roughness coefficient. It is depend on the material. So here for concrete, this material is given as 0.017. So these values will vary from 0.01 to 0.05 for different pertaining to different materials. And S is your longitudinal slope. So from this equation you find what is the value of S. So S is 1 by 228. So this figure you can round as nearest 200 or 300. So say you are providing 1 in 200. So you are providing this at a gradient of 1 in 200 meter. Okay. This completes your design of the intake well. Thank you for listening to this video.